Yan yung example natin pagkuha nung sa efficiency. Nabigay ko yan?
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, sige. Kala ko hindi. Yan. Okay, so today, we're going to start sa DC motors. Ano po? So kahapon natapos naman natin lahat ng formulas, voltage regulation, yung mga losses, as well as efficiency. And then na-discuss ko din sa inyo yung mga possible na mapasama sa exam, yung pagkahalimbawa, hinanap yung draw and discuss, the armature reaction in DC machine, tsaka yung commutation. Ano po, sabi ko, babasahin. Pagka tinanong ano yung parallel operations ng DC generator, tsaka requirements. Ano po, sabi ko magkaiba yon. Ano requirements tawag dito sa DC generator. Okay, so we're going to start DC motors naman po. DC motors.
And DC motors in many portable home appliances, automobiles, and types of industrial equipment. In this video, we will logically understand the operation and construction of a commercial DC motor. Let's first start with the simplest DC motor possible. It looks like this. The stator provides a constant magnetic field, and the armature, which is the rotating part, is a simple coil. The armature is connected to a DC power source through a pair of commutator rings. When the current flows through the coil, an electromagnetic force is induced on it according to the Lorentz law, so the coil will start to rotate. You will notice that as the coil rotates, the commutator rings connect with the power source of opposite polarity. As a result, on the left side of the coil, the electricity will always flow away, and on the right side, electricity will always flow towards. This ensures that the torque action is also in the same direction throughout the motion, so the coil will continue rotating. But if you observe the torque action on the coil closely, you will notice that when the coil is nearly perpendicular to the magnetic flux, the torque action nears zero. As a result, there will be irregular motion of the rotor if you run such a DC motor. Here is the trick to overcoming this problem. Add one more loop to the rotor with a separate commutator pair for it. In this arrangement, when the first loop is in the vertical position, the second loop will be connected to the power source. So a motive force is always present in the system. Moreover, the more such loops, the smoother will be the motor rotation. In a practical motor, the armature loops are fitted inside slots of highly permeable steel layers. This will enhance magnetic flux interaction. Spring-loaded commutator brushes help to maintain contact with the power source. A permanent magnet stator pole is used only for very small DC motors. Most often, an electromagnet is used. The field coil of the electromagnet is powered from the same DC source. The field coils can be connected to the rotor windings in two different ways: parallel or series. The result is two different kinds of DC motor constructions: a shunt and a series motor. The series wound motor has good starting torque, but its speed drops drastically with the load. The shunt motor has a low starting torque, but it is able to run almost at a constant speed, irrespective of the load acting on the motor. Unlike the other electrical machines, DC motors exhibit a unique characteristic: the production of back EMF. A rotating loop in magnetic field will produce an EMF according to the principle of electromagnetic induction.
Hindi pa?
The case of rotating armature loops is also the same. An internal EMF will be induced that opposes the applied input voltage. The back EMF reduces armature current by a large amount. Back EMF is proportional to the speed of the rotor. At the starting of the motor, back EMF is too low, thus the armature current becomes too high, leading to the burnout of the rotor. Thus, a proper starting mechanism that controls the applied input voltage is necessary in large DC motors. One of the interesting variations of the DC motor is a universal motor, which is capable to run under both AC and DC power sources. To know more about it, please check the next video. Thank you.
At ang goal ko ay pinakamahal ko ng drink ay yung 170. Yun yung pinakamahal ko. Ay yung 170 naman kasi yun ay ano yung 360 ko.
Ba't kasi nasa loob kayo? Pero nung sinerge
Pwede siya kumakyat. Pwede ka kumakyat. Hindi kasi may coffee shop.
Pero pagka-pay.
300 degrees 60 lang.
Explain the principle of
360 ko.
May IPO din ng 360 kami. Kung may IPO 360 ko, magkakaroon number lang. Para siya lang pwede.
in the principle of operation of a DC generator.
Ay, DC generator. Bakit?
We know that an electrical
Isip-isip pa ako ng Paragon, bawal din mahal. Yes, nasolve ko na. Ngayon na lang dalawang tinapay.
Torque.
Torque. Nahanap ko pa nga mga classification na siya. May house siya ba? Ay, parang hindi ito.
Dapat pinaka-standard na mura sa tax. Inaral mo na. Kasi pag ginawa mo cafe yan sa DTI, ay, sisigiling ka ng bongga sa tax sa BIR at saka sa mayor's permit.
Pag guman ulit mamaya, dalang araw ang aking isip ng pangalan. Chat-chat ko na lang kayo. May schedule naman. May schedule ako. Magana isip ko. Dito ka. Magana alas 1, alas 2, alas 3. Kung kaya walang tulog sa parang function ng brain. Oo. Ano function ng brain?
Ay, maganda.
Yung akin sa...
At least may dahilan na ako sa ano. Sa ano din eh. Sa stair house. Ba't po kayo mag-iibot naman ng pangalan? Hindi po tanggap sa DTI. Sa DTI.
Basta kung may pinaka-combination mo, kung saan papasok. May pag-dominant play mo pala isa na gagawin siya papasok. Kahit anong gawin mo sa discipline.
Kasi yung distributor mo, yun yung cafe.
They are capable of running under both DC and AC power supply. This unique feature makes them preferable for many special types of applications. A universal motor is a specially constructed DC series motor. Let's consider a simplified series motor.
I-hire mo ako.
Oh, may hire ko naman sa inyo.
When connected to a DC power source, they work just like a DC motor. With the help of commutator rings, a unidirectional current is always made to flow through the left and right side of the coil. Thus, the torque action is always unidirectional, and the rotor continues to rotate. Let's see what happens when the same motor is connected to an AC power source. Since the field coil and rotor coils are connected in series, the same phase of electricity passes through them always. It is obvious that, in this case, the electricity flow through the left and right part of the coil is never unidirectional. But along with the change in direction of this current, direction of magnetic flux also changes, as the same electricity flow through field and rotor coils. This simple trick will make sure that the torque action is always unidirectional. Here are the different scenarios that could occur during the motor rotation. It is clear that irrespective of speed of the rotor and frequency of electricity, the torque action is always in the same direction. As a result, the rotor will continue to rotate, even under an AC power source. But if you connect an ordinary DC series motor with an AC power supply, it won't perform well. You have to make some modifications on it. Since the AC power produces a fluctuating magnetic field, eddy current loss in the core will be heavy. For this reason, the core layers should be laminated for a universal motor. During the AC operation, the transformer action induces an EMF and extra sparking at the brush contact. Thus, the contact brushes of a universal motor have to be of high resistance. We hope you had a nice introduction on the working of universal motors. Thank you for watching.
Okay, so I hope you learned something from that video. Pinakita ko yung universal motors kasi both siya. Kung nakinig kayo dun sa video, more on AC motors ang universal motor, pero meron din siya kasi na working sa DC motor. Ano po, kasi nga both siya, universal. Ano po. So, yon. So, ang in-explain doon, yung difference ng working sa AC motors in comparison sa DC. Okay, so let's start DC motors. Okay, so kung si generator, di ba, dun sa working principle, machine that converts mechanical to electrical ang generator. So this time, DC motors is a machine that converts EE to ME. Baliktaran po sila. Okay? And DC electric motor works on the principle that whenever a current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, yung pinakita yung may kamay, so a force acts on the conductor causing it to move. Okay? So dito, meron ulit tayong formula, pero alam niyo na naman to, yung speed characteristic characteristics of a DC motor. Baka po hindi ko nabanggit. So on Monday, if available na po, pwede nyo nang kuhanin. Ay hindi, Monday talaga pala, magkikita tayo. So yung Monday po, distribution ng inyong P-set. So, 10 pages po iyon, 10 pesos. So, dun nyo na daw isusulat yung inyong sagot. Okay? So, wala na kayong lalagyan. Papangalanan na lang at doon sasagutan. Kumbaga para siyang take-home exam. So, aside from that, so you're going to take then yung inyong dry run exam. Okay po, kaya mag-aaral po ng maigi. And then the rest, ID yung online natin, we're going to review naman. And then pagka pina-present sa amin, yun nga yung parang training na kailangang i-echo sa inyo. So lahat gagawin natin yun para matapos. Yung ano po, before I forgot, ano po, P-set ay to be submitted, supposed to be week 8. Diga online nga po kayo ng week 8. So para hindi naman kawawa yung coordinator, So, pwede nyo na po siyang isubmit until Friday. Since Monday, nakuha nyo na naman. Nakuha po? Pakisubmit na ni coordinator on Friday. Kasi wala ka naman doon susulatin, wala ka namang rarayahan doon, sasagutan mo lang siya. So I think enough na, isang gabi nga lang kaya yun eh. 'Di ba? Tsaka kung talagang nag-aaral ka, masasagutan mo agad yun. Okay po, so para hindi hassle sa kanya na mahirapang mag-collect, magpunta, po. Ayan, ayokong nai-stress ang coordinator. Okay? So, speed characteristics of a DC motor. Kung naalala nyo, last time, di ba, we have the formula, sipon. Naalala nyo yan? Sipon over 60A sa generator. This is the formula for generated EMF. Diga po. So, dito naman sa speed characteristics of a DC motor, so our formula for the speed, so N, so 60A, okay, so ito po yung ating formula. So, kung mapapansin ninyo, so ari naman ni Kinross multiply lang. So, E sub B, bakit E sub B? So, kung dito, kasi ito EG generated EMF. So, dahil ito ay motor, ang subscript ay bina. So, back EMF ang tawag. Okay? So, it's still the same. Ito yung ating armature path, number of poles, number of conductors, yung ating flux. So, it's still the same. Okay? Ayan. So, we also have N is equals to K. Yan. So, after the machine has been assembled, si pole, conductors, and armature current path are constant. So, that is why we can also use this formula for the speed. So, K is the proportionality constant, the back EMF, and then the flux. And also, it depends dun sa given, we can also use this one. N1 over N2. So, kung ang nasa taas ay 1, so ang subscript din ng back EMF ay 1 din. Po? Yan. Pero ang flux, itong flux natin ay 2. Kung ito ay speed 2, so ang flux mo ay 1. So, baliktaran yan. Okay po? Yung formula ng torque develop. Torque develop in the armature. So, T is P yan. So, ari po ang formula natin sa torque develop in the armature. So, still number of poles, conductors, flux. Ang I sub A, armature current. Ang A still is yung ating armature current path. Still the same. Ang nadagdag lang dito is yung IA. So, armature current po. And then, kagaya dito yung after the machine has been assembled, so nagiging constant, yung pole, yung conductors, at saka yung A. So, si torque mo, so proportionality constant, torque is equals to proportionality constant, armature current, multiply by flux. And also, meron din siyang yung ratio T1 over T2. IA1, flux 1, IA2, flux 2.
Tanong ko na si ChatGPT. Ano yan? Ano pangalan?
And then we also have power develop. Power develop in the armature. So PD is equals to EIA pa din. Again, pagka motor, ang power develop, so P ang subscript ID. Kung sa generator, ang subscript ay G, so dito sa motor, ang subscript ay D. So still EIA. Pero ito nga, so instead na ang subscript ay G generated supposed to be, so siya ay back EMF. Okay po. And then we also have the formula mechanical power output in the shaft. Two pi NT ayan. Wherein N is in RPM. And then HP. Okay, ari po ang ating formula. Mechanical power output in the shaft. Ito. So, 2 pi NT over 33,000 wherein ang speed natin ay RPM and then ang torque natin, ang unit ay pound feet. And then ito naman ay in Newton meter. Kaya 44760.
Regional ka. Ano po yun? Pawag sa akin. Third floor ng school.
Yeah, may pakain si MJ.
Parang yung related sa sir. Ano yung related? Ano ba kayo sa RP.
Depende ang site. Ang site ay yun.
Bakit?
Ito nga lang.
Ang sabi ko, ano ba ito?
Kung hindi mo naman sinabi ang mukha ka naman makasalanan.
Pag-uwigan na yung sa may eclipse.
Okay po. Sige, let's have an example muna, before we proceed doon sa different types ng DC motors natin. So, let's have an example muna.
Pasok ang sign mo ito.
Yung side, pasok ka yung side. Hindi, ang side kasi nila. Mayroon na yung nagkakalit
Dapat ako yun. Bawal pa lang meron ka.
Bawal. Di ba lang ba? Sabi na nagdadito ito, alaw to. Mali pa ako.
Saan ko purpose sa still ha? Pero yung office na nalapitan or
Pa? Kaya nga, nakakangilo na nakakasakit ng ulo. Gada-gada tayo ko sa amin eh.
okay, sana ko face-to-face online na.
Oo. Okay, so let's try to answer. Internet check po. Naririnig po ba kahit na may disturbances?
Accommodation.
Okay. A simplex, wag kakalimutan yung mga tinuro ha. A simplex lap wound armature has 600 conductors and carries a current of 50 amperes per armature current path. If the flux per pole is 30 milliweber, determine the electromagnetic torque developed by the armature. So definitely ang hinahanap ay yung T. Ano po? So yan. So ano yung formula natin ng torque? So T is equal to over 6.283 A. Yan. 6.283 A. Okay? So let's tingnan natin kung may mga values tayo. So dito, ito ay lap. Ang formula natin ng A kapag ka lap, MP pa more. Ano po? MP pa more. Yan. So P, conductors. Ito ang tawag dito, pisa. Ayan. IA over 6.283. And then yung A natin ay MP. So, pwede na itong makancel. And then, yan. So, we have ayan. So, ito na po yung ating formula. We're going to substitute the values. So, we have 600 conductors multiplied by 30 milliweber. And then, yung current natin, 56.283. Again, dahil simplex yan, 1. Okay? Sa pag-multiplicity, ang simplex ay 1. Pero pag ang pinag-usapan ay conductors, yung Z, ang simplex ay 2. So please do not forget yung ating mga unang pinag-aralan. Please calculate. Paki-check ako. Ang unit natin, Newton meter. Newton meter. Paki-check po if tama.
Sign good up. Very
Nandiyan ko si Majo.
Kasi ang discount ko naman ay
I just
Okay po, so let's have an example number 2.
Manong pa na. Okay. So tell me later. Okay. The first day will start with 9:06. Pwede mo ilagay mo na lang sa outside para encounter yung second grade.
Pero kung baga,
Okay, so thank you for opening your cameras. Isang ganon?
wala zero, nataas.
Okay, so let's try to answer this one. The armature of a 4-pole lap-wound DC motor has 850 conductors and draws an armature current of 70 amperes when the speed is 500 RPM. If the flux per pole is 60 milliweber, determine the horsepower developed in the armature. Yan ha, ang sagot dapat ay in horsepower. Okay? Horsepower developed in the armature. So, anong hinahanap natin? Yung ating PD.
Tapos sa kapo, wala pala din ang kapo.
Okay po. Yan. So anong formula natin ng power develop? EIA, diga po. Ari lamang dahil motor yan ay E sub B or back EMF. Ngayon, dahil yan ay in horsepower, so ilalagay na natin to in 746 para do sa conversion. Ngayon, meron ba tayong EB or back EMF? Anong formula natin for back EMF? Sipon over 60A. Diga po. Sipon over 60A. And then, yan ay lap. Again, lap. Pag lap, MP ang A natin. So, PN, say, 60. So, MP. Makakancel ulit ito. So, we have NZ. flux, tama ba? NC flux, over 60M na lamang. Yan. Per lap winding. So, ang speed natin ay 500, conductors 850, 60 milliweber, over 60 times, ano ang multiplicity? Ang multiplicity ay 1. Ang multiplicity ay 1. Papakikalculate po ako nito, anong lalabas? 425 ba? And then we can substitute na dito. 425 multiplied by 70 over 746 para po siya ay maging horsepower. So paki-check ako, 39.88 horsepower. Paki-check po if tama. Tama po, nakuha?
Yes po.
Okay. So let's have another one pa, another example. Nakopya na to, please have a screenshot or copy po. Yan. So another example, number 3. So if the power transmitted
Okay, so same factor applies. Let's say, for example, you have this energy.
Performance.
Yan. So if the power transmitted by the shaft of a motor is 20 horsepower and the torque exerted at the pulley is 220 Newton meter, ang tinatanong, what is the speed? Eh di ba dun sa formula natin ng ang tawag dito yung mechanical power output in the shaft. So HP is equals to 2 pi NT over 44760. Pagka po ang provided na ang N natin ay in RPM. And then ang torque natin ay in Newton meter. Ano po? So yan. So ang hinahanap sa atin ay aring speed. Okay? So N is equals to HP 44760. 2 pi T. Tama. Okay. So we have 20 sa HP, 44760, 2 pi, and then binigay ang torque 220. Pakikalculate po ako. Kung ang lalabas ay 647.6 RPM. Tama po.
Yes po.
Okay, so pwede na tayong pumunta doon sa types of DC motors. Wait lang.
And then, there is result.
Ay, congrats sa ME. Ayan. So, sana kayo din ha. Pag nag-board exam kayo.
And then, beside it is the
Almost lahat ng nai-student ko ay laging may top notcher. Types of DC motors. Yan. So the first one, we have shunt motor. Nasa modules nyo naman po yan. So shunt motor, the armature and the field coils. Are connected in parallel.
Ma'am, permission to speak po. Parang nangyari na po uli yung nangyari kahapon po.
Hindi kita? Walang share screen?
Opo, ma'am.
It lang. Sa pa nga. Kita po.
Hindi po, ma'am.
Wala? Oh. Siya, sige, mag-create lang po ako ng ng Gmeet link na bago. Send ko po dun sa GC natin, ha? Yan muna. Okay, so dito, ang ating formula kung sa generator, ito ay E sub G, yung generated EMF natin, di ba, Vira. So ito naman, instead na positive, kasi motor minus. Ano po? And then ito, 'di ba, ang subscript natin sa generator is L kasi load voltage or terminal voltage ang tawag natin. So ari naman ay S. Ano po? Supply. Yan. Pagka motor, ang tawag naman ay supply voltage. So VS minus IARA. And then ang current natin, so this is the current drone. From supply. So IM is equals to IA plus ISH. So again, this is shunt generator IA. Ano po? So IA is equals to IL plus ISH. So eto ngayon, IM. Yan. IA plus ISH. And then pagkuha nung ISH natin, VS over RSH, principle of Ohm's law, V is equals to IR pa din. Okay? So yan po. So shunt motor. O how about naman pagka series? Kaya sa problem, titingnan. Ano ba ang sinabi? Generator o motor? Sa series motor, the armature and the field coils are connected in series. So dito, dahil series, ang ating current ay equal. Same din sa series generator. Ngayon, ang ating back EMF, so vira, instead na vira lamang dahil series yan, may additional or may naka-series na series resistance. So it's also the same kay series generator, kaya lang kasi ito yung motor minus. Yan. Okay? So in series motor, unless otherwise specified, the flux is proportional to the armature current. Okay, how about number 3? We have long shunt compound motor. Long shunt compound motor. So dito, series field coil is connected in series.
Let's see if you have this and one.
Message na ba mo, ma'am?
Let's see, you're trying to call your other friends. So make it okay. But in order for you to make it, a certain amount of let's say so this is having push force, and response to force, trying to cause stationary part. And there is no such force acting on an object when the sun. Then this having increase up to a maximum value. For it, that will be for
Okay, so long shunt compound motor. So series field coil is connected in series with the armature coil, while the shunt field coil is connected across the series combination. So our formula, ISH, so still the same pa rin. So yan po ay kaparehas ng sa shunt motor. So pagka shunt, anong sabi ng ma'am, nakaparallel yan. Kaya ang current ay naka-add. Okay, still the same dito kay shunt motor. Ang formula, alin ang naiba? Yung back EMF. Kasi instead na VSIA, RA, so may RA plus RSE. So ito yung difference niya kay shunt motor, si long shunt. Okay, how about si short shunt? Short shunt compound. Short shunt compound motor.
And then, that is, there is this, 14. If you're normal, that even with this gun,
Ayan. Sorry po yung ating mga formula pag short shunt. Ay, alam ko po. Opo, iyo pa yan. O, iyo pa po yan. Magkukulang pa. Meron ka po dyan pa kung walang laman. Kung papatungan ko lang. Yeah. Din, baka naman may kapahingi naman. Hindi naman. Papatong lang. Yung mga kahon-kahon dyan, pag ayaw nyo, yung week, bedding siya ng aking ano. Yeah.
So, definitely,
Nakopya po ang formula natin. Kaya nga, ano eh. So let's have an example po. Ang ingay.
that will be our net.
Ano nga sabihin ko, pakainin yung aso. Kasuyo po pag binalik. Kasuyo po pag dineliver ang dogs. Pakilagyan po sana ng pakain at gutom na po. Meron po doon, pasensya.
Later, you realize that of your son it is important.
Okay, a shunt motor is taking 72 amperes at 120 volts while developing an output of 10 bhp. So armature resistance shunt field resistance so determine counter EMF, total copper losses,
Tapos, ano perfect? For ice boat is like, meaning to say if it's initial pressure and then after 4 seconds it takes a velocity equal to 6 mass of 300 kilograms. So you are required again, since we're dealing with forces.
Okay, so let's try to answer sample problem 1. A shunt motor, so shunt is taking 72 amperes at 120 volts while developing an output of 10 bhp. So armature resistance is 0.05 ohms, shunt field resistance is 60 ohms. So yung una nating hahanapin is si counter EMF. Alin yung counter EMF na sinasabi? Ito yung E sub B. Ano po? Ngayon, anong formula natin sa ating E sub B or back EMF ng shunt motor? So, VS, so dahil motor yan, minus. IA, RA. Okay? So, meron ba tayong IA? Ang IA natin ay parallel ang shunt, IM minus ISH. So, dahil motor yan, IM is equals to IA plus ISH. So, si IA, IM minus ISH. Okay, so meron ba tayong ISH? So, we have VS over RSH. So, 120 over 60. So, 2. And then, ano yung I sub M natin? Shunt motor, so 72 minus 2. So, ang IA natin ay 70. So, dito ay, ang supply natin is 120 minus 70 times armature resistance 0.05. Okay, so anong ating sagot? Anong ating counter EMF? Paki-check. 116.5 volts. Are ang final answer sa letter A. How about yung letter B, copper losses? So, ang copper losses natin, ang formula natin, doon sa kahapon, doon sa may mga voltage regulation, di ba? So, ang concept ay I squared R. Ano po? Ngayon, alin yung copper losses mo? Ang copper losses mo is si armature plus yan. Armature at saka yung shunt. So, yan yung iyong copper losses. Okay? So, meron na tayong IA or armature current 0.05. And then, ang ISH natin ay 2 squared Ang RSH natin ay 60. So, ano yung copper losses natin? So, paki-check 485 watts. How about yung letter C? Yung ating iron and friction losses. So, kay iron and friction losses natin, so yung ating P losses, so equal siya kay copper plus iron and friction. So kung ito yung nawawala, so iron and friction losses equals ng P losses minus P copper. Tama. Okay, P losses minus P copper. Yan. Okay, so kailangan natin ng yung P losses. Sorry, nawawala. Sabi dun sa formula kahapon, ng efficiency, output over input times 100%, diba? Yung P in ay equal sa P output plus P ng losses. Diga po? Okay. So, ang kailangan natin kasi yung P losses. So, ibig sabihin, P in minus P out is equals ng P losses. Okay. So, meron ba tayong mga values? Yan. So, para makuha natin yung input power, so, VI, or VSIM. So, meron tayong 120 times 72. 120 times 72 is 8640 watts. So, ito yung ating P input. How about yung P output? Yung P output natin is 10. Ito, 10. Ito yung 10 bhp ang nakalagay. Ano po? So, 10 times ang horsepower, 746. So, 7,460 watts. So, pwede mo nang makuha yung P losses. So, 8,640 minus 7,460 is equals nung P losses. And, itong dalawa, pag pinag-minus, 1,180 watts. Yan, 1,180 watts. So, pwede mo nang makuha dito 1,180 minus ang copper losses natin ay 485. Are. So, ang sagot dyan ay 695 watts. So, yan po yung final answer natin sa letter C. Paki-check po if tama yung mga values. Okay, ito namang number 2 sample. A DC motor develops 15 HP at 120 volts. The effective armature resistance is 0.061 ohms. What is the armature current? Okay, so ang hinahanap dyan ay IA. Okay, IA. So ngayon, so 15 HP, so meron tayong power develop na equal sa EIA. Ano po? EIA. Ngayon, itong ating back EMF, dito natin lagay, itong back EMF natin is VS minus IA RA multiply by IA. Ano po? So, PD, so VS IA, so minus IA squared RA. So, ari po ha. So, sinubstitute na dito yung formula ng back EMF multiply by IA. So, ito na yon. Kumbaga, sinimplify natin. Substituting the value, so we have 15 times 746. Supply voltage is 120. And then, nasa ng ating IA? Ang IA ay unknown minus IA squared. Ang RA ay 0.061. Okay. So, magiging 0. So, simplifying the equation. 2131 IA plus 183,442.623. So, using quadratic equation, tanda pa using quadratic equation, anong formula natin ng quadratic equation? Ano yun? Positive, negative, tama ba? B squared. Ano nga, Ma'am Yel? Quadratic equation? B squared, square root na. Ano nga? Over 2A, di ba? Natangan na. Ano to? 4AC over 2A, di ba?
Plus or minus square root of B squared minus 4AC.
Ano nga, ma'am? Negative B.
Plus minus square root of B squared minus
4AC all over 2A. Ano pa? Thank you. Yan. Tapos, IA. So, meron tayong 1967. Ari po yun. Kasi ari yung B. Ayan. 1967.213 positive, negative, square root of 1967.213 squared minus 4 times 1 times 183,442.623. Yun. Gumayo na ang ano. Yan. 2 times 1. Okay. And then, kayo na po ang i-calculate nyo na lang. Hindi ko na pahahabain. Ano po. So, ang IA natin, so, already dito sa negative, 98.147 amperes. Kasi di ba positive, negative yan. Doon sa negative, 98.147 amperes. Ari po ha, formula ng quadratic equation, negative B, positive, negative, square root of B squared, minus 4AC over 2A. Aring equation na are, so yan ay A, B, C. So, isa-substitute po din eh. And then, simplifying, so yung negative, ari po ang lalabas. Nakuha po yung sample number 2. Yes po.
Ma'am, question lang po. Lagi po yung maliit ang kukunin po namin.
Laging?
Yung mas maliit po.
O kasi pagka motor ay ganun, naka-minus. Pero pwede mo naman siyang ilagay for the sake of the solution. Ilagay mo yung sagot doon sa positive. Ilagay mo yung sagot doon sa negative. Okay po. O yun ay pagkasinulat nyo sa solution at gumamit kayo ng quadratic equation, iaano nyo ha, lalagay nyo ng diretso. Yun ay pinutol ko na lang, kayo na ang maglagay ng yung pag-simplify. Kasi pwede naman siya sa calcu. Okay po. So tayo nga pala hanggang 12 lamang. Ano po? Oh, ingay. Tayo hanggang 12 lamang. So we will continue our discussion po sa Tuesday. Yung pong DC Motors example po para doon sa series, long shunt, at saka po sa short shunt, wala pa po tayong example. Ano po? Tsaka meron pa tayong tatapusin na motor starting speed regulation po. Yan. Pero, anong tawag dito? On Monday, ito-take nyo na yung dry run. Ano po? So, siguro focus na lang more on dun sa paunang topic. If may mapasama, very minimal or yung terms lang sa module. Ano po? Are we clear? Mga beshi? So that would be all po for today. Thank you for attending this class. Bye-bye. Thank you. Enjoy and happy learning.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Thank you po.